Hello everybody, Peter the Book Lover here. Welcome to my channel. I thank you for coming by. I'm a booktuber that I make videos about books and I also talk about movies and I have a great time doing it. Hopefully you'll have a good time as well. And in this video I'm going to talk about a haul that I did, that I got recently, and then I'm also going to talk about a challenge that I'm joining in, the Read What You Own challenge, and I'm really excited about doing that. So I'm going to talk about the challenge after I talk about the books that I just got. But before I get into that, I really want to thank everybody for coming by. It means a lot to me that you're giving me your time. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you can let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. So let's get into this. This is the first book that I'm going to show you from the haul. This was written by George R.R. Martin, and this is book 4 in the Game of Thrones series. This is a book called A Feast for Crows. I have book 1, and I also have book 5. So I've got 3 books of this series. I wish I had 2 and 3, but what can you do, right? But I've watched some of the episodes of this. I haven't watched the whole series, and what I've seen was really excellent. I really liked the characters in there. Some of the characters in there were pretty vile people, and it was pretty interesting, And although I haven't, I'm not a big fan of the show because I haven't watched a lot of it, but I did watch a couple episodes and it was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. Although I'm going to start with Game of Thrones first. Now, the next book that I have is a new Bible. The Bible that I have is in pretty poor condition. And this is the translation of Gideon. This is a Gideon Bible. And I'm really happy to have this because this is in wonderful condition. The other Bible I have is not in the best condition. I'm a person that reads this often, and I'm a type of person that accepts Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Now, I'm not on this channel, I don't talk about religion often. So, if you're a person that's not a Christian, that's all right. I can accept you, But me, myself, personally, I actually love reading about this, and I read about this all the time. So, and I love having this. But to each his own, I don't judge people. Please don't judge me for being a Christian. I'm not a Bible a Bible pusher. I'm not trying to push my religion on anybody. If you want to come to God, come to God. If you don't want to come to God, that's more power to you. But you're better off coming to God. I think it's nice to know that you have a higher power. You're not the higher power. God is the higher power. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to talk about this book right here. But before I talk about this book, I actually go to put in the description a link to this channel. I was watching this channel called Ruby Hart, and she made a video talking about her favorite books. And this is her favorite book. But the books on her list, getting to this, she had quite a few books that I really, really related to. And she does an excellent job talking about the books that she likes, that I agree with. Her second favorite book, I believe that was Lonesome Dove. Now, Lonesome Dove is one of my favorite books as well. That book blew me away. She also was really into Crime and Punishment. That's one of my favorites as well. She also really enjoys the book All Quiet on the Western Front. That's it's an amazing book about World War I. Amazing book. She likes the book The Alchemist. I really enjoyed that a lot. She also is a big fan of Lord of the Flies. And she had a couple books that I never heard of or read. East of Eden is another book that she really, really likes. And I love that one. I prefer Of Mice and Men, but at the same time, East of Eden was amazing. I can't wait to read it again. I really enjoyed it. But her favorite book is this one, The Master and Margarita. This is written by Mikhail Bulgakov, I believe that's how you pronounce this. And she really loves this book, and she really made me interested in this book. And it was amazing. It's like the day after I watched that video, I go to a book box and this book was there. And it's just like, when I seen it, it's like, oh, really? How? Because I was actually thinking about buying this book. But I got it from a book box, and I'm very happy that I have this, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, this one right here, have you ever read Fight Club? I have read Fight Club, and that is an amazing book. That was written by Chuck Palahniuk, and I have this, Choke. This is the second book that I'm going to read by Chuck Palahniuk, and Fight Club was amazing, and this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know what this is about, but after reading Fight Club, I definitely have to read another one of his books, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be getting into that soon. So, okay, so here's the next one. The next book looks like some comedy. This is for a younger audience. This isn't for adults, but I'm kind of childish. And this is from a book series I got. It's Bad Kitty and Kid in Trouble. And this is written by Nick Buell. And I've got about 5 books of this. And this character looks like he's a lot of fun. He looks like he's funny. And me, myself, we have 5 cats here. I really love them. But all of them at times can be bad kitties. All of them can be bad at times. Most of the times they're the biggest sweethearts that you know. Very affectionate cats, and I love them. A lot of gray cats. We got a lot of gray cats around here, and I really love them. And I'm looking forward to checking this out and the other books. This is a hardcover. The other ones I have are soft covers, and I always like a hardcover. They're built to last. Okay, so this next one, this is a book written by Tom and Leah Hirschfield, and this is It's Up to You, Benjamin Franklin. And I'm looking forward to checking this out. Now, what this is like a biography, but this is like put in a way to where the questions that Benjamin Franklin came up with, throughout his life, you get asked those questions, and then you got multiple choice of the answers, and then it gives you the answer. And I've read a couple other books by Benjamin Franklin, and he's a very interesting character. I also have an autobiography of Benjamin Franklin. I am really looking forward to checking this out and reading more about Benjamin Franklin, because he's a very interesting character. Okay, so the next book that I have is from a Pixar movie. This really doesn't have an author, but this is from the Pixar movie Brave. And this is the story of Merida. I think that's how you say her name. I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with this movie, but I am a big fan of the Pixar movies. My favorite is Toy Story. I also love It's a Bug's Life. The Incredibles, that was incredible. I also liked Up. I really liked WALL-E. WALL-E was really great. The Pixar movies are a lot of fun. And I love the animation. The animation is just amazing. And I'm not really familiar with the character. I seen this movie, but I really didn't get into it as much as I got into the other ones. But at the same time, it really had some great animation, and this has got some good illustration in this book, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. Okay, so the next one that I have here was a gift. This is a gift given to me by a friend of mine, Aaron Coral. He's pretty much my best friend. Out of all the people that I know, I spend the most amount of time with him, and he's provides the most amount of fun. And I really like this guy a lot. And as a matter of fact, me and him actually seen the new Frankenstein movie, and it was a pretty interesting experience. It's very close to the book. I really love the book. I enjoy the book more than this movie, but this movie was good as well. It kind of dragged a little bit, but at the same time, I really enjoyed it because it really reminded me of the book. Because a lot of things that happened in the book happened in the movie. Although I really love the movie Frankenstein. That's a fantastic movie. I think from 1934 or something like that, with Boris Karloff. So this is a book called Give Me Liberty. This is a book that's the story of the Declaration of Independence. This is written by Russell Friedman, and I'm really into the Revolutionary War. I've read quite a bit of books about George Washington. We're talking about Benjamin Franklin. He was around at that time. The Revolutionary War was a really interesting thing. The Declaration of Independence, I really like learning about that, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. And I'm really happy that he gave me this book. Thank you very much, Aaron, for giving me this. A nice hardcover. Okay, the last book that I'm going to show you is the Marvel Storybook Collection. Now, this book, I got it because I thought this was going to be separate stories. But it turns out this is going to be a lot of mix-up books to where you've got like two characters, Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, the Black Panther and Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. And I'm not the biggest fan of that. I would prefer these characters in their own story. I don't know why you need to mix them up because they're all incredible on their own. But I'm going to read a couple of these and I'm going to check it out. And if I really like it, I'm going to keep the book. But if I really don't like them, then I'm going to donate this back. But I'm going to read a couple of these. My favorite is Spider-Man. I really love Spider-Man. And probably my second favorite is the Hulk or Wolverine. Wolverine's really badass. And Iron Man's really awesome. Captain America. I'm a big Marvel fan. I really like Stan Lee. Rest in peace. But that's the last book that I'm going to show you. Now, I am going to start on November 5th the Read What You Own Challenge. And this is where we read 100 books without accumulating other books. Now, I'm exempting myself because I get a lot of my books from the book boxes. But every book that I get while I'm doing this challenge, they're not going to be books that I'm going to touch until I get done with this challenge. I'm going to read what I own from what I own now, including these books. I'm going to read the Master and Margarita is going to be in the list of the books that I'm going to read. Now, this challenge was created by Criminali, and he's got a really great channel, really interesting. A lot of the books he talks about I really relate to, and I like his personality. And this is pretty much, you read 100 books. Well, some people might want to just do 10 books of this. You could do 25, 50, 75, or 100. It's up to you. You can make up your own rules. So, although I'm not going to buy any books while I'm doing this. But I'm adding a rule that I don't know if other people are going to do. And my thing is I'm not going to reread any books while I'm doing this challenge. So every book that I'm going to read is a new book that I own. So I'm looking for some new adventures. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be a little hard. Now, since I was going to do this challenge, I just finished Call of the Wild by Jack London. And the reason why I like doing rereads is because sometimes you'll even love a book even more the second time around. And this book, Call of the Wild, is just amazing. It's an amazing story. The dog Buck that goes through this adventure is just an incredible dog. I love this dog very much. And the first book that I'm going to read in this challenge is called The White Fang, you know. So I am actually, this is the first book that I'm going to read in this challenge, but I'm already kind of halfway through with it because I read Call of the Wild. Plus I read Bastard, which was a really interesting short story. There's a short story that I'm going to finish probably today. It's Love of Life. And then I'm going to read White Fang. And that's going to be... Because that's in this book, but it's like a book by itself. So, and I've always wanted to read it. I haven't got around to reading it, but that's going to be the first book that I'm going to read on this challenge. Plus, I read The Shining. That was a reread. And like I say, man, rereading a book can be really, really fun. Here's the cover. This is the book that I read. And it was, like I say, it was really interesting the second time around. A lot of fun. And then I'm going to read this, Dr. Sleep, which is going to be a lot of fun. Then I'm going to read some Dickens, Great Expectations. And yeah, although I might read this one first because I'm about to go on a reading marathon. And this is Marathon Man. And I really love this movie. This movie is really cool. This is written by William Goldman. But then I'm going to read Great Expectations, and I have great expectations of it. And then the next one is going to be Schindler's List. And what's really cool about this is that I could do this 5 books at a time. That way I don't have to make so many videos. These videos are not the easiest things in the world for me to make. I got to do a lot of retakes because I'm very verbally clumsy. I stumble over my words. I mix up words a lot of times. A lot of times when I'm talking about a book or a movie, I kind of call a book a movie and a movie a book. And I don't know what's the diagnose from that, but I definitely am a little bit verbally clumsy, I guess you could say. Because I don't have a stutter, but I do have a problem of mixing things up a little bit. So, and this thing has tiers. Now, I'm going to go, before I go, I'm going to tell you what the tiers are, and that's about it. So, if you want to do this, please join us on this. It would mean, if you're a booktuber, I'd love to have you join, and come and check it out. Every 5 books is where I'm going to make videos talking about this. So, if you want to do this, the 10 star, or the 10 tier, is 10 books or 2,500 pages. And then the bronze star, or tier, is 25 books or 6,250 pages. Then we've got the silver star, or tier, and that's 50 books or 12,500 pages. Then we have the gold star, and that's going to be 75 books or 18,750 pages. And then we got the platinum, which is 100 books. That's what I'm going for, or 225,000 pages. See, I'm verbally clumsy. But yes, so that's the challenge. It's created by Criminal Alley. And that's about it. Although, chances are you've seen other people talk about this. This is in I think the 5th year. And this is the first year that I'm doing it. And I'm really looking forward to it because this is going to be all new adventures. I've never read any of these books. Although I'm probably going to really be missing rereading books, because rereading books to me is one of my favorite things. I mean, I love reading Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz. I've read that a couple of times. I recently read The Phantom Toll Booth again, and that was really great the second time around. But that's about it. I am Peter the Book Lover. I really want to thank you for coming by. And it really means a lot to me. And I hope to see you in the next video. Now, I'm not editing this, but when I edit it, I do this and I snap my fingers, and then you get a card that I show you that says Peter the Book Lover. But we're not doing that here. But will be doing that in other videos. I do have the top 10 of the best movies that I watched in each month, and I got a couple of those videos coming. So, and I've already this month, like I said, I've seen the new Frankenstein movie. That was pretty awesome. And I've watched a couple other really fantastic movies that I haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, I'm a big rewatcher of movies as well. But that's about it. I'm Peter the Book Lover. Thank you for coming by, and I hope to see you in the next video.